taking care of the drum duties for us here. This final gourd dance session up. 2025 Gathering of Nations Powwow. Again, this is a tradition at Gathering of Nations that goes back to the early days when Masegi, Sammy Tokai White used to be one of the MCs for the powwow, and he would host the gourd dance. MC in many different events, and was always proud of his Kiowa ways, his Kiowa relatives, and way of life. Proudly represented everywhere he went. So my very first year, Joaquin and I had the MC duties. And then the next year, I actually had to do it solo, I believe. And stuff like that. So you're seeing some kids here that have put in a lot of time, work.
Carrying the spot of the East Plan from San Domingo, Pueblo. And then turquoise circus represents the professional sport of rodeo, as well as the big.
I told them I wouldn't put them on the spot. I kind of did just now. But again, you guys are just gonna hang out with us and stuff. We can actually sit in the chairs. You'll see your dancers all around this arena with these shakers, these men with these shakers and these sashes, these blankets, the bandoliers of the people call skunkberry, the mescal beans. Amongst a lot of tribes, the reason why we wear them in peyote meetings and in gourd dance and ceremonial events is because before peyote was given to the people, the mescal bean, which is highly intoxicating, was used in ceremonies similar to the way peyote is today. And so in honor of all those folks who performed those ceremonies, and some of them make it through, that was a sacrifice. And so to honor that, around, in old days, the drummers, you see photos of old gourd dance, you'll see singers wearing these bandoliers of mescal beans. I know when Bobby Kenneth, we always see him MC gourd dances, and he'll be sitting there behind that speaker stand wearing. And so as gourd dance MCs, Jackson and I will kind of speak to fill in some of the time, but we are not going to, stop these gentlemen. They can start a session whenever they are ready. We're going to go to about maybe an hour and a half, somewhere in there. About an hour of gourd dance, just to let you dances at home in Oklahoma, where it's still menfolk ways. There's always been so, and that will not change.
Our next contestant is 8'5".
This dance comes to us from our Kiowa and Cheyenne relatives. Both have a similar but different origins for this dance. The sacred ways that we're going to be sharing here. But these songs were created as healing songs as part of midsummer ceremonies amongst the Kiowa folks. Men of the societies that represented different aspects, different facets of Kiowa tribal life. They all had their own ceremonies, their own songs, their own traditions, and they would culminate midsummer, celebrate together all across North America. And so thank you to our Cheyenne and Kiowa relatives for going around and offering the proper teachings, the proper protocols, the traditions, and the history of this dance. So if you'll give us just a moment, we're going to ask someone to serve as our head gourd dancer to lead our dancers here for this session. I'm going to take some tobacco there to one of our relatives. So hang on there, guys, just a moment out there. Also, we want to make sure our celebrity guest here gets clear again, we're glad to have each and every one of you good folks at some point.
Across the game lightly. Big applause for Yellow Mule Family.
Now we have H512.
H512 Kylie Bird Rattler, representing the Blackfeet Nation from Browning, Montana. The horse's name is Grace. Big applause for Kylie Bird Rattler.
Our next contestant is H513.
H513 is also known as Terrence Bird Rattler.
Again, just bear with us for just a moment.
From Browning, Montana.
Somebody to lead our dancers in today.
Bird Rattler, a big round of applause. Also accompanying is Carmen Castillo, representing the Flathead Kalispro tribe. Lex Swift, Spokane tribe.
Okay, our next contestant is H520.
We have our head core dancer from yesterday, Miss
H520 is Haley
Tommy Spotted
Buell,
Bird.
representing the Kiowa
Today we have asked a brother of ours,
represented by her auntie, the Crosby, Robin Still, led by her dad, Gabriel. The horse's name is Storm.
a very proud
Iowa name is Todd
graduate
Oda.
with a law degree.
Thank you there. Let's go on to 5-0.
If you, when they tell you better don't and you better did, man, we asked to be our head core dancer. He can help you out, I think, a little bit with that. Just joking, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Navajo Nation, our head core dancer today is going to be Mr. Brian Curley. Let's give this gentleman a round of applause here. Think a lot of this gentleman here. We've been dancing together for many, many years now out here, about 12, 14 years out here just outside. Glad to ask him to lead our dancers here today. One more little thing to ask of somebody here. We're going to go to an opening prayer for this gourd dance session. Tuning in at home, we're going into our gourd dance session here. If you're watching on GatheringOfNations.com or Powwows.com, you're going to see a semi-formal man's dance. The ladies come out and sing with the gentlemen, and ladies will dance on the side in a shawl. But this is a man's dance, and this way is kept all over North America. And so you will see some different aspects that you don't see during a powwow. We'll explain as we go along the meanings behind a lot of it. And these songs are very, very important. They're all significant in their own way. Each one of them belongs. He's a veteran of the United States Marine Corps and a member of the Coliseum clan.
So that's how Derek does all the mention today. Oh my God.
If you would direct your attention, or
Awesome job.
give us your attention, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the MMIW representing you, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's pray. Dog man my hope is my dog. I'm dog, yeah, dog. I'm a dog, yeah, dog. Dog, yeah, old fellow. I'm son of dog. Father in heaven, we thank you for this day. Thank you for your blessing. Ask your blessing on this as we participate here doing the gourd dance that my people have started way back. And it's an honor. Bless each one that is here. Bless the dancers, bless the singers. Bless all the people.
Let's go.
Relatives and tribes and kinfolk that are honored by this way of life, and let this be a life. This is not a hobby. This is not something we do on a weekend. This is a life journey for all these dancers and singers. That's my kinfolk from there in the center, and all of our lovely ladies that give us that balance of natural law. Once we get the high side from our head gourd dancer, it looks like we're about to begin this beautiful gourd dance session. How we feeling there, head gourd dancer? Good job.
We'll be announcing the winner for the Heart Parade. So come on in, right up the Dragon Street. The crowning of Miss Indian World, and we'll be doing the winners of the Heart Parade. So once again, thank you there to all of our parade spectators inviting us out next year. Come on out. Come on in for Saturday Nation Drag at 6 p.m. Followed by the Saturday of Miss Indian World, and we'll be doing the winners of the Heart Parade. Y'all have a good Saturday Nation weekend. We'll see you down the road. Signing off.
And gave us those songs